The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman on this 19th day of July. My pleasure to be here. Dow's down 64 at 25,135. S&P's down 6.31 at 2809. The comp index is down 13 at 78.46. Is that a 78.46? Yep. And the VIX is up a little bit, up 48 cents at 12.58. What's really important here, if you're looking at the E-mini, S&P E-mini, you can see there's a chance today we're going to make a peak C, and it just needs a leg D to the upside. And then we're going to start getting a little bit cautious. I say a little bit cautious because I don't know yet, because at 94%, the stochastic is really good. The MACD is still expanding, although it's way lower than it was before when it made that peak D high on the 13th of June at 27.96. What's really important about this is that the weekly chart has gone to a leg D within the containment rectangle that I've been drawing and the arch formation. The 120-minute chart made a peak C1, C2 double top in the 28.17 or 18 area. Oops, 27. There we go. 18.25 double top. Comes back down. Tests the low of the day today, and the low is 2800.25 exactly. I've shown that 2806.75 was a left side, right side price tie match, and that if it went a little lower, that whole area of 2802s to 2800, I said would be key, very important support. So far, this is good action. It's just a mere intraday breather to the downside. What's really important, let me get out of this and I'm going to show you a couple of things that are really going on in terms of, there we go. Okay. What's going on in terms of the overall market? Remember, we spoke about the rotational correction that we've been in since the 26th of January in the S&P and the Dow making the all-time highs. Then in March, the semiconductors made a high. The IWM made its high. The QQQs have gone to new all-time highs. So we're looking at this whole rotational aspect that says, wait a minute, the Dow's down 0.26 today, the S&P's down 0.24, but wait a minute, the QQQ is down 0.28 at 179.41, having already made a peak deconfirmation from yesterday's lower high bar, not breaking down. Stochastics at 94%. That's great. MACD is still good. Weekly chart, leg D, monthly chart, and all indices are still very strong. But wait a minute. IWM, the Russell 2000, a nice day today. It is, in fact, up 0.89 at 168.87. Had a nice three-candle run to the upside over the last 3 days. Way under the 169.87 high that was made back on the July, I think that was the 10th. Yeah, 10th. Way under the peak E reversal back on the 20th of June at 170.20. But let me just draw this in here because it's the way I like to do trend lines. So we've been out of that short for quite a while. Took some nice profits on the way down. Actually, some very nice profits on the way down. Now we're out waiting. I said to subscribers, we're not going to go short today. We're waiting. We're going to go another couple of days. We want everything in sync. We have to get down the S&P in leg D. That's my thinking. Could be completely wrong. That's the thinking, and it's been the right thinking for the moment. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Hey, this is what we're looking at. If the IWM in this rotational correction moves into the 170.25 area in the next 2-3 days, going into Monday or Tuesday, wow. That's going to suggest you don't want to get short just yet because there's still internal strength. All right. Key support will be a close below 166. We got real close. We hit the 166 level, haven't closed below it. Hey, how about this? Look at the gold. Gold is down another 11 points at 12.16 today. Look at the weekly chart. I've been warning about this, saying the MACD and stochastic are not good. You can have little bounces. But having broken the trend line support in the monthly chart, tested it last month, this month, the entire month has been below this dash trend line. MACD is negative, stochastic's negative. Wow, we are either real close to some kind of bounce attempt, or the dollar is going to go from 95.48, having hit 95.65 this morning, gone above the double top 95.53 peak D high that was made back in mid-June or late June. This is really good action for the dollar. That weekly chart has gone to an E, and the monthly chart is just extended leg A. Doesn't matter whether it closes because it's already in leg A. It could reverse, but it's made an extension of leg A. It is a peak D in the 120-minute chart right there in the little corner right here. So, but the MACD has just turned positive, and the stochastic's running into the 66% area. So far, this is good action. But what I say to my subscribers to my opening call, I need to review this every day. We've always got new people listening. I don't want to infer anything by implying that everybody knows exactly what we're talking about. There are new people, or there are people that are just tuning in to my program that have been listening to TFNN for a long time. In my work in the Chapman Wave Cup formation, especially in the Chapman Wave Cup and Ladle formation, a break above the previous high, in this case peak D, if you have not gone, not you, but whatever you're trading, has not gone below the start of the previous low, which is at 93.19. So this last low was at 93.71, way above it. That says to me, yep, I can have an alternate E/B for this leg on the way up. But there's a really good chance that there is going to be a cup and ladle breakout, and that'll be if we close nicely above the 95.53. You won't find nicely in any of the textbooks on technical analysis. It should be under N, or it could be a silent N, it could be KN, silent K. But nicely is a word that I like to use because it just gives you a certain comfortability. Let's be more practical. At 95.49, it needs to close, I had said to subscribers, probably about 3 out of 4 times or 5 times out above this 95.53 high. Why? Because I want a close above it to establish that the resistance level of 95.53 has a chance of becoming a support area. And then I get Chapman Wave Cup and Ladle breakout, says you should go to at least D before you come back to test the 95.53 level. So far, very good action in the dollar daily. Really nice action. The weekly's actually been stronger than the daily. Very, very nice action. And the monthly chart, it says, hey, I'm real. If this keeps up, I'm going to cross positive in the MACD, and I've not been positive in the MACD for a very long time. Basil Chapman, Private Technicians Hour, Dow Jones Sensible, S&P's at 7.5. I'll be back with positions. We'll talk what we're looking at. We'll talk about bonds. We'll talk about yields. We'll talk about
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Basil takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Yeah, so let's do a couple of things here. Now, I had a question late yesterday. Do I still, does the rally exclude the fact that we should go to Dow 23,000? And I'm saying no. I believe at least 24,200, 23,800 would be some kind of summertime or maybe early fall target that I have. I think we're going to go to lower lows and in the down the S&P, probably lower highs as well. That's what I'm thinking. That's what all the indicators are suggesting to me. That's what I want you to do. E-mini right now needs to break into the 2812s. It's at 280850, down 750, and I make it even 281350, 2813s to show that it has intraday rallying strength, and a break under 2805 in the next hour would suggest we're going to probably close at the low of the day rather than kind of try to rally and meander towards the upside. That's the way I'm thinking right now. But at the same time, let me just be very clear. In the Dow, look, in the Dow, leg C with a peak C today, almost certainly, I shouldn't say that, pretty certain that it's going to be 25,250 in the high of yesterday, makes a peak C. And then, even though we are underneath the previous peak D all-time high, the MACD and stochastic are so strong that I think there should still be at least one more rally before I start looking at the short side again in the Dow. Number one. Number two is I've got a confirmation of that because the S&P already made a peak D. And now the Dow is at peak C with a chance of a leg D. The S&P is at peak D already if there's no new high above the high of yesterday. MACD is good, stochastic strong at 96%. Really think that there's going to be another up, at least one more move. This rectangle here is one of the most important things. I don't know if I'll have time, but certainly over the weekend, I'm going to spend a lot of time explaining the implications of this rectangle formation and why I said containment area. I've been saying it for a long time that we probably should not be making new highs in the Dow and the S&P. The January 26 high should last a little longer as we come back and do some more retesting of maybe not the low of February at 25,032, but certainly the most recent low in the 2,700 to 2,650s. All right, let's get on with it. And we've got silver, SI. Silver's also taking it on the chin. It is down 1.86 at 15.28. Oh man, this is just saying that the out of fashion, just as the high tech and tech area generally has been in fashion. So out of fashion means that the tide in the major market, in the larger context of the monthly charts, is still in a downtrend, and that means that I always say that if you are wrong, you want to be wrong with the tide. Oh, I haven't got my CD up at the moment, but I love that. Maybe I'll do it during the break because it's just illustrative of everything I look at. Let me just do this here and here. I hope I remember to look down at it. It's a fantastic picture from my CD. It speaks volumes, 1,000 words it takes in one picture. So I'll be back to that in a moment. If you're surfing the wrong way, you're in trouble. If you're surfing but you come in early and you're in the right trend, the wave tide will keep you in the right direction. So you will be saved. I don't know how to put it in a more succinct way. High-grade copper trading right now. It is down, I think, down 0.05. Made a lower low today. This is that arch formation. Wow. This is just not good news. Let's go to the TRCCI. Look at that commodity index again. Oh, pain. Hurts the eyes. It is attempting to try to form a base here at 5% in the stochastic MACD. Not good, but the histogram is improving just a little bit at 404, down 1.16, minus 2.9%, 29% in the Thomson Reuters commodity. This is the equal weighted commodity index. Peak E in the monthly, peak E in the weekly. Not good. It means that any rebound still has to do some testing, and that's going to take time. All right, got that out of the way. TLT. Now, this is so interesting. Look, TLT was down a little earlier. Now it's up. It's up at 122.13, up 0.64. My contention has been that the 10-year, we're going to go to the 10-year because that's probably the most important of all the yields. The 10-year trading right now down, and it made that peak F in the weekly chart. Now I'm going to have to change that. This is absolutely a peak F. There's no other way to count it. Peak F with an inverted hat. That's not an up arrow. That should be just a plus sign because the MACD barely went negative. So that's a plus. And now, because we didn't take out any left side initial starting point, this is E and F. And now the F in the weekly chart says, watch out, because the target has been, and what I said for a while, is that the target on the bottom part of it, of a rectangle or a lowercase h pattern, would make the yield of 2.759, 27.59. That's going to be absolutely imperative to hold. And right now it's at 2.849, 28.49. But it is a weekly peak C in the monthly chart. So this is going to make, I wish it was a D, it would make it easier, but it's a C. Says, well, maybe we still have to make a D. I'm watching it closely. Okay, got that. Okay, sectors I said I'd go through. IBB holding beautifully up 17 cents at 118.40. We're still long. It should go to a leg C above 118.77. This is that rotation that I've been talking about. Next thing I wanted to look at, let me just move this down a little bit here. Next thing I want to look at is the SMHs. I did take 1 point loss on the short position, 1.10. The other day it was 80.8% or something, but it's holding quite nicely. So we haven't added to our SOX 3 times short position that we took way back there, way back on about the 13th or so of the 12th of June, where we switched from the long side 3 times long in the semiconductor index to 3 times short. I thought about switching. The reason why in the Dow we held the DOG up until yesterday, having got the immediate turnaround at the top on the short side, the reason why I thought that the Dow would fail and not go close towards the old high was because the semiconductors have led on the way up and down for 2.5 years. I thought that was telling us a story. I think it's still telling a story, but you've got to trade each individual sector and index from what it's telling you. All right. And this is telling me that the SMHs are still, semiconductors are now remaining in the weak position. Question about the XRT, which of course is, I shouldn't say of course, I should say, yes, it is the S&P Retail Spider Fund. It's very nicely up. It's up 59 cents. It's making a cup formation. What a diverse set of parameters we have here. It's amazing. So the XRT is in leg B, gray B to the upside, peak D in the weekly chart, and leg B in the monthly. And it's saying, you know what? There is enough buying going on to consider that the XRT trading at 50.67, up 1.18%, up 59 cents, could retest the 51.04 level of the 22nd of June. What an interesting market. I'll be right back.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Now, folks, so the RTH, they go together, the RTH and the XRT. The RTH is the market. Vectors Retail ETF Trading, a doji candle, peak D, if there's no new high today, made a peak D on the 22nd of June at 103.56, drops down real quickly to the 99 level, now back at the 104.17s. Leg C, I'm calling this a leg C. I don't see any reason why I can call it anything else. Leg C in the weekly chart. Yeah, there could be an alternate count. I don't see any need to. Market Vectors Retail ETF Monthly is in leg E. MACD and Stochastic are good. So this should go a little higher. Again, I think we're getting close to overbought based on the XRT trend line, weekly trend line resistance. You see it right here, but that doesn't mean to say that it couldn't test if it's this week, if it's by tomorrow, the 51 area, 51 to 51.80 over the next week. Interesting. All right. Another question I have, FTX, not FDR, but FTX. FTX is at 236.03, minus 16, made a peak F top in the daily way back in June, but it had already made a peak G in the monthly chart, in the weekly chart back in December of, no, I think it was January, the week of the 2nd. Yeah, the 19th, the second week of January, the 93rd week of January. It made a peak G. It's gone to an A to B equals that lightning bolt B to C. It is making lower lows. And the monthly chart says, Federal Express is struggling over here. Within that context, let's also look at the question I had was UNP. I don't know if I've notated it recently. I think I might have lost some of what I had. UNP, no, there it is. Peak E, if there's no new high this month, Union Pacific Core Rails made a peak EF. I'm almost sure it went to that F. Yes, it did. It went to a peak F in the weekly chart, very quick. Peak A, then peak B, peak C, peak D, peak E, and peak F. That is really quick. And I technically, by tomorrow, I'll probably have to put a down arrow here. So interesting candle, sounds like a news-related candle. Huge move up to almost 142, a slide to the 137s, trading at 138.98 right now. I think that is telling us that we've got to monitor this real closely. If the question is, would I short it here? No, I would. On the weekly basis, I would say, yes, I would short it, but I'd have no idea where to put a buy stop because I personally wouldn't want to have more than a 3-point on a $139 stock, maybe less than 2% on a small position. No, I just hold off. I do think it's going to go lower. I need to see how this candle resolves itself by tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Next thing I was asked about is TRV. Haven't looked at that for a long time. Travelers is part of the Dow. The Dow's had almost a complete makeover. Look, American Express wasn't there for years. Apple wasn't there. Now it's in. Boeing has always been in. Caterpillar always been in. Chevron, I think, was added. Exxon was there. I think Chevron was added later. Cisco, relatively new. I'm talking about in the history of the Dow. G is gone. So Goldman Sachs is, it's been there for quite a while, but also fairly recent. I'm talking about 6 years or so. Home Depot, new. IBM, forever. Intel, brand new. Johnson & Johnson, forever. JP Morgan, for a long time. Maybe since the bank crash. McDonald's, forever. Merck, way back. Microsoft, fairly new. Nikkei, brand new, last year, a year or so ago. Pfizer, old. Procter & Gamble, way back. Travelers is fairly new, not that new, but fairly new. United Technologies goes back with almost GE, back to the 1920s or a little soon after. United Health, fairly new. Verizon, of course, and Visa, and Walmart, and WBA, which is Walgreens. All of those are new. So there's been a huge change. I like the way the Dow is made up at this point. All right, enough with that. Travelers, A, B, C, D. Let me show you what I'm doing. Chapman wave, most identifiable low bar, up arrow. I don't have to do any counting, anything. I don't have to put the troughs. That's an up arrow. Then it goes peak A, and then by a fraction right there, end of June, it has a little pop to the upside, which sort of fails. It goes from 124.02 on the 29th of June to 124.05, 2 cents higher. You've got to recognize that in the Chapman wave. That's your only obligation. And then count the peaks. And when you get to D, other things can happen. And then it goes to peak C, boom. And then yesterday it goes to leg D, just underneath the 200-period exponential moving average. Today's down 4 points at minus 3% at 125.90. Other things can happen at peak D. Look what happened to, this is, if you want just a workshop on peak Ds, you're looking at it right now. I'm thinking about what, I had a lot of requests for different things. I'm just thinking what I should do, have another webinar or have an all-day webinar where we discuss all these techniques. I just have to think it through because it takes time. You got to prepare it. It's a lot of work that goes into these things. There's that peak D in the weekly chart back in January. No, is that February? Yeah, February the 2nd at 150.55. Kaplop. It comes down to 121. 121. Trading right now at 126. Wow, look at that peak in Travelers Companies Insurance. So the people in the Dow always think, oh, we're being so clever. We're going to put this in. It's been beautiful, beautiful. Invariably, when they put a new stock in, sometime fairly soon afterwards, it tanks. It takes quite a hit. All right. So that's Travelers. What? Just you want to know the waveform? Yep, it's made a peak D today. There's no way it's going to go to a new high from yesterday when it's down 4.10. So this is a peak D. Question I had about Boeing. Did I even look at Boeing today? Boeing should be down. It's down a little bit. Yep, it's down 3.5. Made a peak C, but it's a gray peak C because although the MACD is good, stochastic's 94%. It's quite a bit under the high that was made at 374.48, the all-time high on the 7th of June. So I'm just saying I'm watching this one closely. Yep, it could go slightly higher. I think it's going to fail. The weekly U, double U, like a W, formation in the second cup is the one that I'm watching closely. Hey, it could go to a new high. I just don't think this is the time. I think Boeing is in a consolidation, a big consolidation. Next question I had was, did that. Hey, what happened? There was one that I was looking at. So we were looking at Roku yesterday. Let's see how it's doing today. Yeah, holding very nicely, up 71 cents. Had a pullback yesterday. I think there's just a little bit more left on the upside, and then it's going to go into a sideways consolidation. Question in the den, O'Reilly Automotive. Let's get it up here, ORLY, trading at 298.77, up 8.25. Wow. Very good. A, B, this is a new leg. A, B, this is a new leg. C to the upside. E / C actually. E in the weekly chart. Wow. All I can say is WOW. What a great move. It's gone from the 220, 219s in 4 months. It's gone from 219s to almost $300. That is really good action. I did not expect it, but this is the reality. It must have had earnings today. It looks very good. I wouldn't be shorting this. I'd wait. I do think it's going to be a short again. We've done it once before. Had a huge win in Orly way back when earnings came out. They were net. I'll be right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
So I got an email here. Hi Basil, would you kindly check your daily count on the ESU18 from the drive starting at 2693.25? That's the one right there that I've got. Let me make this a little bigger and we can look at it together. Right here, that was on the 28th of June. I have a daily C at 2809 on July the 15th. Now, this occasionally happens with 120-minute charts because each program might start the 120-minute chart at a different level, so you can get that overlap. Like at midnight, one could start and one could end. So I understand that every once in a while someone says to me, I've got a slightly different count. On the daily count, it should be the same. Because look, you got the low of the 28th at 2693.25. The next day high on the 29th was 2745.50. Then it pulls back sharply. It rallies again, but it doesn't go higher. It goes to 2741.50. So this becomes a brand new leg A as well. Gray A, another gray A because it hasn't gone above that previous A. Then on the 6th, it spirals higher, 2766.25. So that starts, remember, the next leg starts 1 penny above the previous peak, and it's a floating ladder. So leg B on the 6th, leg B on the 9th, leg B on the 10th, and that goes to 2797.75. So I call that E/B because it just took out the left side high of 2796, round number high on the 13th, that big turnaround. And then what does it do? It pulls back for a day, and then it makes a new high. So now it's starting leg C, F/C, let's call it. So that C goes once, leg C, brand new C on the 12th at 2801. And then on the 13th, it goes to 2807.25, leg C. On the 16th, I have a high of 2809.00, leg C. On the 17th of July, I have a high of 2815.75, look, leg C. And then yesterday, you make a new high of 2816.25. I put 50, it should be 25, leg C. And today, so far, there's a lower high, and that should be peak C. So I don't know why you've got something slightly different from that weekend, from the Sunday night. Maybe you didn't get the Sunday night. That's why you've got a peak there. Oh, that might be it. I'm not sure. But I'm going with this for 3 reasons. The S&P cash has made a peak D. So there was a tiny little difference that you were looking at in your work, but this doesn't trade on Sunday night. This trades on Monday, the 13th, at 28. That was Friday, 2804.53, and then Monday's 2803.71. So that made a peak, and now we've gone to a D. But if you look at the SPY corresponds exactly to the S&P, and that to me is really important. So the fact that the E-mini is off 1, I don't think it would be off 2. It could be off 1, like at peak C, instead of you're saying that you would be getting a D right now. And I'm saying, yeah, you're more in line, but I can't do anything other than do the count, and my count says no matter what. So you are the more conservative because you've got D in the S&P all the way around. I should default to what you're saying. I can't though, because my work says I am still at C, probably a peak C. That corresponds with what I'm looking in the Dow and the diamonds, DINTU, and the Dow is at a peak C probably today. I can't count it any other way. This is the way it is. So so the symbol is that Schwab is ESU18. Yep, I have to do the same thing on other platforms that I use for the futures. You do something different. You just put 8. I'm wondering why my count is different. I was surprised to hear you say it was at C. Yeah, I'm a little surprised as well, but this is the way it is. I'm a little surprised because they should all be in sync. Once in a while, you get the Dow diamonds and the Dow out of sync by one letter, and that could occur in the S&P and the SPY. But you've got the Dow, the SPY, and the E-mini, or in the Dow, the diamonds, and the YM. That's what I meant to say. The futures, look, here it is. Futures are at, hope I updated. Yep, this is a leg C in the futures as well. So I'm going to just say, yep, there's a little bit of an aberration, but it says to me it's kind of a confirmation that we should have one more pop-up early next week, by early next week. I'm wondering why my count is different. Okay, thanks in advance. A long time, grateful listener, Celeste. I don't know if it's Celeste or Celeste. Celeste, thank you so much for that email. Just go with your count. Your count at this point, fortunately, it's ahead. I'd prefer it to be ahead than like me behind, because if you're behind, you're waiting for D. Hey, we could drop 2,000 points until I find out I was wrong. There was no D. So I'd much prefer to have it in sync with D's. I'm just having to stick with what I've got. So I hope I explained it. It doesn't either confirm or unconfirm what you're saying. You've got yours and I've got mine. You're correct, and I'm correct just based on what I've got. We'll see what happens. Now, a couple of things I need to look at here. Within the context of the markets, you see Applied Material had a horrible, it led on the way up and then it led on the way down. And then it had a really good run in the last couple of days, all at the lower end of its range. Applied Materials trading at 46.70, down $1.58. Look at the peak E in the monthly. And I was saying, to me, this looks like a longer term type of peak. And that's why if LRCX, Lam Research and Applied Materials are making this kind of commitment in their monthly charts, like a peak F in the Lam Research chart, trading down 3 at 178, also had a peak A, peak B, and a peak C, probably failure here, but a lousy weekly chart. I'm just saying, I think the semis have a problem. And that's why I'm trying to do things step and sector by sector. Look, IYR, the REITs, had a fabulous move up. In fact, they were leading with the IBB to the way up, but they've faltered over the last couple of weeks. They made a high from 71.26 back in early 2018, ran up to the July 6 high of 82.17. That's 11 points. That's a pretty darn good rally. Then it comes trough A, trough B, huge candle today, but still the weekly chart is in a D, and it suggests a peak D, and it's suggesting that there could be at least a sideways pullback, but I'm watching it closely. Why? Because there's a pattern that we always talk about, not we, I guess I talk about it, and there are other people who know my techniques. Chapman wave falling axe, this is a declining cone, and with lower highs and much lower lows. When it turns around, it can sometimes break to the upside. So at 81.50, that's only 60 something 60 cents away from here. I would have to say, you know what? It's probably done with its consolidation. It's going to try to tackle that very strange peak A, peak B, peak C, peak D, peak E. Very quick run in the monthly chart doing this under the previous major peak F back in the summer of 2016 in the 85, 90, in the 85 area. Wow, that's very unusual. And even the rebound now is that we've been looking at very unusual chart formation. So I'm watching that very closely. I'll be right back.
Aerobic's Cube offers more than 100 million starting positions, resulting in 43 billion potential twists and turns. Yet this puzzle can be solved in 20 moves. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, and knowing the right move makes all the difference in the world. And on Thursday, July 19th at 4:15 p.m., I'll share with you the 3 essential tools behind my #1 ranking by Timer Digest for the S&P 500. This 30-minute event is being hosted by Ninja Trader, and it's open to everyone in our listening audience. At this event, I'll share with you the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that subscribers now use to identify tops and bottoms, as well as Stevie's red line and the market profiles that I use. The sign-up link is on the homepage of TFNN.com and requires nothing more than your name and email address. To help celebrate my #1 market timing ranking, we're making Mastering Probability available to anyone in our listening audience for the next 30 days with a free money-back guarantee, whether you've subscribed in the past or not. Make your move now by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com and sign up for Thursday's workshop, as well as my free newsletter trial offer.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, Steve's got a webinar this afternoon, and you've got Steve coming up, and you've got Dave White, Tom O'Brien, and I'll be back with Tom at about 4:20 this afternoon. So, Omer was the question I had here, 19.86 down 18 cents. What should I do? What about it? I think it's just kind of stuck in this range right now at 19.86. Maybe if I'm reminded tomorrow, I'll treat this as a Chapman Wave study piece in our more intense Friday Chapman Wave analysis. But right now, it needs to hold 19.50 support. I would hop on board if it can get to 20.47 or so. Why? Because then I think it's going to leg D now rather than later in the week in the daily chart. Okay, so a couple of questions came in here. Baba, right here. This is Alibaba trading down 2.96 at 187.83. I got a feeling that this is starting something in the monthly chart, and I'm going to watch it real closely. This is a peak E. If there's no new high this month, trading at 187.83, made an all-time high in the somewhere around 212. I'm watching this very closely. This leg D and failure pattern in the weekly chart, plus the lowercase h in the daily. I would not be buying Bubba right now. I'd be looking at it later on to buy it. But I want to see how it tests the one. If it breaks under 180, if it breaks under 185 in the next week, 181 is the target on the daily. At 181, I'm going to be looking at the 170s. I got a feeling it's going to be biding its time with slightly lower highs and lower lows. That's the way I'm looking at Alibaba. Next question I had was LMT. LMT is, of course, Lockheed Martin. It's trading down 66 cents at 319.11. Peak A, B, C just made a peak D. It's stalling sideways. I think that this is in a monthly. I said this before. I think that the PPA, that is not necessarily Boeing, but I think the other defense stocks, I got a feeling they're going to be biding their time for quite a while. They've had a spectacular run. I think they're going to take the summer off and just go lie in the sun, get a little suntan. Okay, folks, thanks for being here. Dow's down 102. Watch these levels closely. If the Dow closes at the lows of the day, that's not good for Friday. If it can rebound to just a minus 45, that'll be good for Friday going into
No
Monday.
matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.